I am going to be sick if I will have to, one more time, go through all 86 victory cutscenes just to find the one that I want. So what I am doing right now is I am recording all the cutscenes in the video editor of 2K22 just so next time I could search the one that I want on YouTube and not here, because look at it. Look at those ridiculous labels. Cutscene 1, cutscene 2, cutscene 3. Yeah, I know what it is, of course. It's only 86 cutscenes. I will just look through all of them just to find the one that I want to use. And it absolutely doesn't bother me that they are loading for so long. Okay, those that we are seeing right now maybe are not loading too long, but trust me, that it's going to be worse. I mean, what's the problem? Why they couldn't label those cutscenes something else, like two guys come in, attack from the ring? So I could read it and know if you can't optimize those cutscenes, those previews, so they would be easy to see. You could at least label it. What are those? For whom those this thing is even made? Those video editor. In theory, it's about making Titantron, if I understand correctly. Does anybody use it to create Titantron? Because if you are creating many wrestlers to your roster, then making many Titantrons consumes so much time. I don't believe anybody would use it. And even if somebody uses it, are those even cutscenes good for Titantron? You know what would be awesome? If in community creations we could have we could upload videos. Yeah. Or at least if we could download superstars from common creations with the Titantrons. Then you could download CM Punk and he would have CM Punk Titantron on entrance. Wouldn't that be awesome? Or maybe it's already working that way? I don't know. If it works that way, that means nobody really wants to make Titantrons, because I don't remember any custom Titantrons download from community creations. In 2K19, you could argue that those cutscenes exist so some guy on YouTube could make a story, but I don't think it's true anymore, because there is no full screen preview anymore. Yeah, when I was making a little story in the end of Bad Babe versus who she was fighting. Anyway, when I made Sky Jackson calling Bad Babe, I couldn't make full screen here. I couldn't schedule a specific cutscene in universe mode. I had to just record, just like you see it, those little boxes, left right corner. I mean left top corner, and make extreme zoom. Fortunately, it didn't look that bad. You know what? One more flaw. Okay, you are making Titantron for your created wrestler. You can pick a wrestler to this cutscene. You can pick area for this cutscene. What you can't add is your custom championship. And sometimes they show up with the belt here, and they will always show up with WWE Championship belt. So if you want to make Titantron for someone and show that he used to be United States Championship, he used to be United States Champion, you can't do it. You can't do it. So yeah, I'm recording all those cutscenes, I'm gonna post them on YouTube, and next time I would just go with arrows left and right to find my cutscene that I want to use for a little story. Why they won't bring back story mode anyway? What was wrong with story mode? It's not something they have to necessarily adapt. Maybe a little, but they already had this mode. They decided to delete this mode. It's not like from SmackDown vs. Raw, which were totally different games. This game was evolved too. Don't get me wrong, I know that it's what we have here is just SmackDown versus Raw, I don't know, 2000 that evolved into this 2K22. So yeah, anyway, they didn't have to remove any features. Why delete something that wasn't broken? That's weird. It's not even fixing, it's just deleting things. So yeah, after I'm gonna post it on YouTube, I might also put as timestamps in the description, which would be over 86 timestamps. Could we ever have so many timestamps? I don't know, I hope so. And label it. But I won't do it right after I'm gonna publish it, because I have no time for this. I'm gonna make timestamps and labels when I'm gonna have time. Now I want to put it, and just since nobody else did it, apparently, I'm gonna be first person who put it on YouTube. It's weird. People are putting all entrances, all victories. Maybe I'm the last person that in the internet that wants to play with little stories with created wrestlers and post it on YouTube. I wonder how long time it's gonna take. Oh, my food arrived. Sorry for a minute. Okay, where were I? Oh yeah, next one. Yeah, I had to make a little break because my food just arrived. I'm trying to eat healthy lately, but I just came back from a vacation, so I let myself eat some fast food for a change. Max Burger, that's my favorite fast food because I don't like meat very much, and they have best offer for people who don't like meat. I have a vegan box here. It's vegetarian, not vegan. It's cheese here, but whatever. And I have coffee. It's 8 o'clock. I shouldn't drink any coffee because tomorrow is it's 8 o'clock p.m. and tomorrow is Thursday, and I have to work from 9 to 5. But whatever. I just came back from vacation and I'm a little stressed by whatever I'm making right now. Don't think about it. So yeah, does anybody else do stories in 2K22 on YouTube? Does anybody bother? I know Waifu Wrestling does. What he does is amazing. I was thinking about making maybe in someday my top list of other WWE 2K games creators, because there are a lot that I like and I would like them to grow, because then they are be motivated to make more videos, and that would be cool. I remember there used to be a cool series with John Cena winning all championship. I forgot what the channel name was, but it was pretty awesome story. I think the biggest problem of WWE 2K is that they don't cooperate with creators, with user creators. They lately are dealing with modders and patching their games, so mods won't be allowed anymore. I don't get it. I mean, what they should do is not creating another game every single year, but make one good game and patching it. You are making new features, cool, just patch it into game. People who didn't buy it yet will buy it then because it's better. It's not that crazy. I know many games work that way, like Crusader Kings 3. I remember it's totally different game now than it used to be when it was first released. For the years they are patching it. They used to, because now we have Crusader Kings 4, or maybe we used to have 2 and now we have 3. I'm sorry, I'm tired. I might say numbers wrong. No. Crusader Kings 2. I loved that game. Now I love Crusader Kings 3. Yeah, they were changing game mechanics. They were patching it. And it was cool to come back to this game. And when you're coming back to this game, you are checking, are there even cooler things that I can pay for? You know, some packs, some additions. I paid a lot to buy those packs and additions because I like them. Sims 4, they are not making another Sims game every year, and from what I understand, when they created Sims 4 first, people were angry because so many things were missing, and now it's totally a different game. And yeah, the fans of Sims 2 and Sims 3 are not happy because they prefer those games. And I know EA is shady and greedy, and yeah, there are a lot of problems, but we are talking about business models. And their business model is milking one game for years, not many games, one game for over 10 years, patching it, fixing it, showing people that they care, or pretending they care at least. And people are coming back to this game. They read that they added new things, they added whatever, sexualities, I don't know what's plural English, it's not my native language, whatever. And people are installing this game back to check it out, and they see the commercial that, hey, now our game comes with werewolves, you can buy werewolves, and they are buying werewolves. It works. WWE 2K in 2015 should have made one wrestling game, and then fixing it, patching it for years, and maybe when a roster gets bigger every year, they would sell it as additions. You know, NXT pack then. Okay, that could be a little greedy too, if in 2022 you could buy this game with roster from 2015. I don't know. What I know for sure, they should work with user creators, because user creators are making big commercial for them for free. Imagine, I remember that YouTube videos with John Cena winning everything. It used to have maybe not millions, but hundreds and thousands of views. It was amazing. It was focusing. It was free commercial for the game, because people wanted to buy this game and do the same thing that they did in their videos. Even though I think they made some scenes with the blender too. But whatever. I remember that in the era of, I think it was WWE 2K14, it was named differently probably, but whatever. When it used to have story mode, you could have watch cool stories on YouTube. You could download stories and play them yourself in the game, and that way you could make you could have some variety. English language. Variety in your gameplay. But no, all you have is universe mode and story mode, which I still didn't finish, because story mode, after a while you realize it's you're starting a new feud. Oh no, that means I have to beat the same wrestler over and over and over, and that wrestler, that my rival, I already defeated him or her 5 times, and he still says, "Haha, you would never beat me. I already did. Why I even argue with you? What are you doing? What it is? WWE? Oh yeah, it is." I heard it's getting better after Vince McMahon left and Triple H took control. I have to admit, I didn't watch any wrestling for a long time. It's not that like I lost my passion. I still check out what's going on there. I still on groups on Facebook. I still read sometimes about wrestling, and I sometimes feel I want to watch some AEW again. Oh, that's Undertaker cutscene. Good to know. It's cutscene 10. Maybe I should put some timestamps under those cutscenes that I'm most interested in first. What was I saying? I think it's my first vlog in my entire life. But I needed this. I needed to rant a little. I don't even care how many people are gonna watch it, what people are gonna think about it. If people are going to unsubscribe a lot, then maybe I'm going to be concerned, but if that won't, I'm not planning to start a vlog series or something. It's so spontaneous. I just need to record all those cutscenes, so it would make my work on this channel easier in the future. And I thought, what the hell, I have some things to say. And so what, I can't speak English with good accent. Maybe you don't even care about it. Maybe it's I live in the country where when you don't speak our language with good accent, all people are, oh, what? He didn't learn our language correctly. What a shame! And we assume that in Great Britain, for example, people are thinking that too. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I appreciate that we learned their language at all, and that we are at least trying. I don't know. What was I saying? I know I started a very interesting topic. But then changed the subject because of Undertaker cutscene. And we have seen the cutscene where you are taken to hospital. That's even... hey, those are called universe cutscenes, right? Have you ever seen those cutscenes in universe mode? Actually? Because I don't think so. Are there more than 86 universe cutscenes in this game? Are you sure about that? And they removed some cutscenes in this version of the game. Especially from the backstage cutscenes. And again, why? Why? What was wrong with... I don't understand it. You're just removing features for no reason. Even if you don't think anybody would use it, you don't have to cut it out. We already accepting that this game is taking a lot of space on our discs. I believe now we have just 2 backstage cutscenes we could record here. Also, I have to admit that I used to overthinking those things when I was overthinking a lot of things when I was starting it. I was making separate areas for every single battle. That took too much time. I used to craft every single movesets for now I'm focusing on finishers, taunts, signatures, and sometimes I think that, for example, when I make football player, then I know that for playing brawl I want them to use more legs than hands. So, but besides that, I'm copying all the moves from wrestlers that I think are similar to those people that I created. And we have kick into the balls. That's nice. And I was overthinking making a little stories too, because I made some tries in the past. I'm still not making a lot of stories now, but I was thinking that it wouldn't look good if if you would see the name of the channel in the right upper corner. It wouldn't look good. But yeah, it's Waifu Wrestling that kind of inspired me to try more, because I'm seeing what he's doing. He must spend a lot of time because his matches are crafted to the smallest detail. I'm just putting sometimes I'm just playing the game. Sometimes I'm just putting CPU versus CPU. He wants every single move to be choreographed and makes highlight of every single move to make the whole match from highlights. And he adds appropriate sound and stuff, and I thought I wanted to try something like this too, not to this detailed, not that detailed. Yeah, he's showing the championship that he must be WWE championship. You can't replace them. You can replace those basic wrestlers models and stage, but not the championship itself. So yeah, I like from time to time do something funny, like putting some celebrities, because I'm focusing on celebrity matches. Put a little real quotes to so they could dub themselves. And yeah, Waifu Wrestling, that's the channel that inspired me. It sounds weird when you put it out of the context, but you know what I mean. If anybody watches it. I'm just ranting to the tube. Why I'm ranting to the tube? Because when I'm ranting, the time flies. It's 30 minutes now, and I'm still recording. And time flew by because I'm talking during pushing a button. Next cutscene, record. My favorite game many years ago used to be Civilization 4. I was coming back to that game all the time. Why did I do it? Because every single play in vanilla Civilization 4 was the same. So why bother? You already know the techniques and stuff. Because there were a lot of modes that they were changing gameplay entirely. They were changing graphics entirely. And yeah, it lived because modes. The more famous example, Skyrim. Vanilla Skyrim is kind of boring, doesn't it? But when you add those many modes that add creatures, that add voiced in NPCs, that are adding new worlds and stuff. It makes more interesting, and even if you're just playing and oh, this game is getting bored, let's see what mods we could install. But I also think that this is a problem of many modern games. They are so detailed and complicated. They have complicated engine, and making the game that is friendly for modders, it's more difficult now than it was in the past. In the past, in Civilization 4, there are people called leaders, and they were so basic animations in Blender. And if you want to create it your own leader in Blender and publish it as a mode, that wasn't that hard. If you knew how to use Blender, you just make it basing of the base game leaders. In Civilization 5, those animations are the beasts. They're so detailed, they're so complicated, and they are not similar to each other that much. And I don't think they used basic Blender to do them. So now we won't probably see any mods that add Civilization 5 leaders that have good animation. Not anymore. Those times are past. I remember what I was talking about before I made a comment about how cool is Undertaker cutscene. That was 19 cutscenes ago. That's how slow we are recording it. I mean, that's how much time it takes. I was ranting about story mode, so yeah. Fighting over and over the same wrestler is... it's tiring, but also this game's supposed to be... The story mode was promoting as something that you have control on. You can be face, you can be heel, you can change the story. But does it really? I think from what I played that we have only two branches, face and heel. And you get the same, let's call it missions for face and the heel, the same set of missions. And if you accidentally, not accidentally, the game tells you that, hey, now you have choice. You can turn face or turn heel. I used to be heel in the story mode, in Performing Center. I didn't know how often I would have a chance to turn face or heel. And it turned out it's for a long time, I think for the whole Performing Center, and then the whole NXT. I don't know what's after NXT, probably SmackDown and Raw, and some backstage brawls that I've seen on YouTube that are look very cool, and they are not something that you can use in just plain match mode, versus mode. I don't know why. There are types of matches that are only in story mode. Why? What's stopping you from adapting it? But I used to be a very bad person in Performing Center. I was playing as a woman because we didn't have a chance before, and that was something new, and I thought that would be interesting. I was a very bad person in Performing Center, but it was fun. And for the then when I became in NXT, I thought I would. There was a context in which I thought, no, I should be face in this circumstance, but only for a while. And the game told me that I have a chance to be in face now, so I picked this option and couldn't lose it. And soon after, there was a story where Fanny told me that, hey, that other woman is saying rumors about you. And my character said, Fanny, you know me, would I do something as bad as that? And she said, well, when I think about it, not really. Because all that character knew was that I am in face mode now, and so what? I have so bad history. It's not even illusion of choice. It's no choice. It's just two branches. And if you want the game that the story is consequential, then you should just stick to the one mode, one branch, face or heel. Plus, yeah, when I was playing that story mode with women, I realized something. WWE women in this game, at least, are not very interesting characters. You know, they don't have very interesting personalities. They're either just nice or vicious. And that's all their personality. The most interesting characters in the story mode were characters that are not real WWE wrestlers, but just wrestlers created to this game only. It's amazing. Another Undertaker cutscenes is here. Or maybe it's not Undertaker, maybe it's Finn Balor, or kind of looks like the Warrior cutscene. The Warrior used to be teleporting. Do you remember that? Also, I have to say that tag team matches in this game are kind of annoying. I mean, the matches are taken too long. That's my problem with this game. If we... I need something more interesting, maybe something more arcade, maybe, I don't know, the gameplay where you are feeling that you are fighting with different kind of wrestlers. Oh, he's technician, I have to look out from his holds. Oh, he's a strong man, I have to... Well, the giants are kind of immovable objects that makes them different, but yeah, I'm just running towards them and making a hold that works. There should be option that would make matches longer or shorter, depending on how much time you want to spend on one match. The tag team matches are sometimes so annoying because you are constantly pinning, and then people from both sides are coming into the ring and stop you from pinning a person. I didn't watch WWE for a long time, but from what I remembered, faces didn't really do it. It used to be considered. People considered it as cheating, and heels did it. But now everybody did it. It's the rule that when someone is pinning the opponent, you can enter the ring and stop him from pinning. And in the 2K19, there was a system that, they did it. They used to do it, but when your opponent in the corner but behind the ring was too tired, then he didn't come into the ring to stop referee from counting. And I thought that was fair, and now you kind of have to knock out the opponent. It's so stupid when I'm saying it out loud. How stupid these matches would be if in real life, if you there was a rule that you have to knock out the both opponents before pinning one of them, because the other one has a right to stop the pin. And okay, even if that's the deal, then CPU, AI in this game is so stupid that they don't do that. When I put tag team CPU versus CPU match, computer versus computer, it's so dumb. Somebody is making signature on the opponent, tries to pin, but the opponent comes to the ring and stops the pin. So the logical thing to do for AI would be then knock out that person that just stopped the pin, and then put the finisher of the legal opponent and then pin him. But no, AI just tries again with finisher and pin, and what then the illegal, let's call him that, opponent does? Stops pin again. You know what we need in wrestling in real life? In the 80s, I don't remember the name of the program, but WWE did kind of the review of the episodes with the two managers. One was face, one was heel. They were talking about the events, they were showing parts of events, and it helped you not miss anything. You weren't missing anything. You know what I mean? If you make a break, you can just watch that. I think it was 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes, and when you skipped the episode, you still know what happened, and maybe I would totally watch it for AEW or for WWE. I would totally watch this kind of format, this kind of reviews, and then maybe when they announce the match that sounds interesting, I would have motivation to watch the next episode, all of it, the whole episode. I stopped watching wrestling not because I stopped liking it. It was just time. For WWE, it was SmackDown and Raw that it would be great if you could just pick a one brand to follow, but at some points they are doing things that makes it impossible. Then it's impossible to understand what's happening in SmackDown if you didn't watch Raw. So you're obligated to spend 5 hours a week on watching wrestling. Do you remember Wild Card Rule? Vince McMahon came to the ring and said, "Hey, I just came up with new rule. 3 wrestlers from different brand can appear in this brand episode." It's so dumb. For AEW it was a little easier because they have Dynamite and the Rampage they used to have when I was watching AEW, and I was skipping Rampage. I was just watching Dynamite, and that was enough. It was 2 hours maybe a week, and so there was a time that all wrestling I was watching was AEW because I just had time to watch it, and I kind of liked promo segments that were not scripted and so forced to be PG. That PG, yeah, I know that complaining about PG era in WWE is redundant now. But you can't not thinking about it. You are creating the heel wrestler that can't curse. It's imagine that in MMA, in mixed martial arts, there are people that are vicious, but they try not to curse too much because it's inappropriate. It's just unnatural. It breaks the illusion. I want to be fooled in wrestling. I want to believe that what I'm watching is real. I know it is real. They are really making those awesome stunts in the ring. But I want to believe that they hate each other. And when I was hearing, for example, the promo segment with actually anyone in WWE, it sounds scripted. It sounds like they're trying to avoid problematic subjects, cursing. And in AEW, man, Jon Moxley was great at microphone. I got him. I didn't get why people like Dean Ambrose. I didn't watch indie wrestling. When he showed up in AEW and showed his true side, true lunatic side, man, it was like new Steve Austin. With the only difference that he didn't beat his wife. But I heard things are getting better in WWE now, that people already see that the product is better without Vince, with Triple H in charge. And yeah, it always makes me thinking, maybe I'm going to go back to watch wrestling? I don't know. I still sometimes watch wrestling on YouTube when I hear that when thumbnail is interesting, honestly. I so regret that I missed the Lucha Libre phase. Because Mexican wrestling, or I don't know, is it Mexican or it's Mexican inspired but actually American. But what was the organization? Was that Lucha Libre, or is Lucha Libre just the type of wrestling? I don't remember. I was so wrestling nerd, and now I am pro wrestling nerd, and now I'm not following it anymore. Oh hey, another Undertaker cutscene. What's different about it now? Is he going to attack the opponent? No, it's cuts now. Does it have continuation in cutscene 56? Loading. Yeah, it does. Cool. Okay, I don't know what to talk about anymore. I'm gonna eat some vegetarian wings and vegan cheese. It's not vegan. Come on. Who are you trying to fool? Sorry, I don't have a microphone good enough for ASMR. I just want to make it clear that what I'm doing right now with all those cutscenes, I'm doing it mainly for myself, you know. I'm doing it because I need it. I sometimes need to find a cutscene that I want to use, and it's you see, it's we already have 52 minutes long video. That's how long it would take me to find the cutscene that I want in this game. And now, when I'm gonna have it on YouTube, I could just go here, use arrows, and already see, no, that's not the one, no, that's the one, that's not the one, oh, it's here. And when I'm gonna have timestamps here too, it will be even better. Oh, that's that subvert my expectations. That what happened now on the screen, they just shook hands. It looked scary, but they only shook hands. I know I'm talking nonsense now. But I'm gonna publish it anyway, because maybe there is at least one other people that could use it for a help. It's so good. I did not have fast foods for so long, and it's so good. I'm trying to be healthy, because I lately realized that my body starts to look kind of disgusting, and I'm sleeping too much during the day because I'm always tired. And lately I lost a lot of weight, and I have better and better condition. And there was a time I was making 30 kilometers on the bike in 2 hours, at least once a week, and whatever kilometers on the bike during 1 hour. I was eating mainly vegetables, and yeah, I think I have pretty good condition for the first time in my life. And now I'm eating fast food for the first time since forever, and man, it's so good. What a devil. Are we seeing this cutscene? Did it just repeat itself? I don't know. I'm tired. And I forgot barbecue sauce. BBQ sauce. Barbecue sauce in Max Burger is amazing. It's the hot sauce, but this kind of hot that is not hot immediately. It's not like you taste it and, oh, it's hot. No, you don't realize it immediately. You eat it, it's not hot, but it slowly makes your mouth hotter and hotter. And if someone likes hot stuff, that's very... It's hell heaven in mouth. You taste it, and yeah, it's It's sweet. It's cold. It's okay. But after 10 minutes, you realize, wait, my whole mouth is hot now. What the? If one day you will go back to this video and find out that it's muted, don't be shocked. I might watch it one day and think that I sound very embarrassing. I didn't even know I can rant for long. I didn't make many voiced videos, did I? Only when something important happened. I made one tutorial and two vlogs for information that I thought people should know, that there are some changes on this channel. Don't be shocked. Don't ask why this type of stuff. And then I was writing what I want to say on paper, edit it, and then read it to camera, and then do edit of what I recorded, because I'm not good at talking for too long. And here we are. I'm talking for 60 minutes now. And even though it's not a good talk, it's talk, and I didn't know I could do that. I'm discovering myself. I was thinking about maybe use my real voice a little more to announce stuff. Like maybe when I'm gonna to make another tournament on this channel, and I will want to announce it, maybe I'm gonna just recreate myself in the game and make a promo and then read and dub myself to announce stuff. Maybe it will be kind of cool to have a manager character on this channel. And another Undertaker type cutscene. It kind of looked like, well, Undertaker. We're near the finish now, fortunately. imagine going through all those 86 cutscenes that are labeled literally cutscene 1, cutscene 2, cutscene 3, so you don't know what to expect, just to find the one that you want. I decided to finally do the thing that I'm doing right now, because I was preparing a request, the Battle of Supergirls, the TV version and film version, and I had I think a pretty cool idea to make a little story segment at the end, a little call out. And I was looking for this type of call out where one person is in the entrance and surprises a person in the ring and calls him out. And I had 86 cutscenes to look through. So no thanks. Oh, that's pretty cool. The cage goes down. Have you ever seen that in universe mode? The surprise cage match? The surprise cage match? You know what would make universe mode in this game cool? Maybe you could unlock a little storylines. There should be storylines in universe. They would repeat themselves after the while, but for a while that would they could be pretty interesting. Like it could be based on the real storylines from real life. Like maybe you're playing story mode, and one day John Cena gets rolled over by a car. Rolled over. I don't know what I'm saying. John Cena gets hit by the car, and the manager Mick Foley is trying to figure out who did this, and makes a little promos where he says, "We're still investigating." And you have, for example, Finn Balor and Randy Orton. One day, Finn Balor tells Randy Orton, "I have to say, I did it. I did it for you." And then you will get an option. Randy Orton could say, "Man, that's cool, thanks." Or he could say, "What? It's disgusting. I'm gonna fight you now." You know? How cool would be to play universe mode where you could have, for example, manager betrays you and starts helping your rival in a rivalry. You know, surprises. There's actually a mobile game, wrestling mobile game that does it pretty good. Wrestling Revolution, its name. I mean, it has some flaws too, because because the events in that game are kind of random. I think they should should be put in context, like when you can build a good relation with the wrestler, or maybe that wrestler has a high bar of loyalty, and you know, will he betrays you as a tag team partner or not. There are bars here in this game. There is loyalty bar, boldness bar, not baldness, bold bar, disciplined bar. But are they doing anything? I'm not sure. Maybe they do nothing. Maybe you just... maybe they didn't adapt any mechanics to them. Maybe they thought, oh, let's put those bar... the characterization bars, so people would think they have any control, but let's not put any mechanics to it. Because why? Discipline or not, discipline or not, desperate or not, aggressive or not, the wrestler would still use a chair in Extreme Rules match. And I think John Cena wouldn't do that. John Cena didn't even use Money in the Bank case to get the title. Faces and heels should act differently. Are they in this game? I mean, in universe mode, it's sometimes like this game is picking cutscenes randomly and rarely, and then changes when it's heel cutscene and it was picked for a face character. The game will just say, oh, he turned heel apparently. Why I can't have any control? Why I can't decide that I want... you could have the circumstance in universe mode where you have a match and your rival comes to the area to sit with commentators and watch you, and then he will attack you during the match or distract you. That's cool. But why it has to be random event? You know? Why it has to be random event? Why I can't decide that I want to happen it? That I want it to happen? I don't get it. Do they even listen to us? We are asking for general manager mode for so long, and then they refuse to give it to us. And now when they are giving it to us, it's they didn't put a lot of work to general manager mode. I really hope AEW game is going to be good. I'm not sure it's going to be, because it's gonna be the first game they are making. But we need a good wrestling game that would be a good competitor for 2K. That's all. And I don't know why there is no studio that would try to give it to us. They know what this game doesn't have. They know what we would like. All they have to do is just create it and give it to us, and we would say, yeah, goodbye WWE, and you know what, 2K would start caring again and it will add some features. That's what happened with SimCity when City Skylines came out. That's what is happening to Sims 4 right now when they are threatened by, I think that game is called Paralives, and it's in production, but it's supposed to give Sim fans things that they want, but they won't get from Sims. That's how you do it. We need it with wrestling games too. Okay, 2 last cutscenes. They are on backstage, and we have only 2. It's the guy comes to another guy to shake hand, and the guy could shake or not shake. That's all. And you don't have those cutscenes in universe either, so I don't know why they decided to left those 2 cutscenes, and I don't know why they decide to cut out other cutscenes, backstage cutscenes from the game. Whatever, I just finished. It took me 1 hour and 14 minutes. I'm done. I'm done. Goodbye. I wish you well, and I wish myself well. I'm going to sleep.